Not everybody falls off, but there are a lot of people who fall off quick as hell. Some people deserve their fall off, and other people just don't adjust. You can only drop so much of something before it gets old, and you have to innovate.
It takes a lot of work to make it in the rap game, and most artists put out music for years before it pops off.
Not
The work
facts.
doesn't stop after you blow up. If you think one album can keep you hot forever, you'll end up falling off like the artist we're talking about today. Here are some of the biggest rappers in the industry who fumbled the bag and fell off. Lil Tecca blew up out of nowhere back in 2019 with the massive hit Ransom. He had been dropping music for a couple of years.
Of course.
Ransom racked up over 1 billion plays on Spotify,
Oh damn.
immediately put him on the map. A couple months later, Tecca dropped his debut mixtape, We Love You Tecca, which hit number 4 on the Billboard 200.
Oh
He reached
damn.
the top of the industry in no time.
I didn't know
but
he
his waves didn't last
was that
long.
hard.
Tecca dropped a few singles through 2020, then his debut album in September. Critics hated the record, and it only had around half of the first week's sales that We Love You Tecca racked up. Tecca wasn't happy with the project either, and he told GQ, "I hate that whole shit." Last year, he came back with the sequel to his debut mixtape, but it didn't live up to the hype he built in 2019.
Right.
He's still getting millions of streams on his new music, so it's not like he fell off completely. But his career isn't hitting the same highs it did in 2019.
I mean, that's what
Even
happens
though his
though.
career isn't
Some people
popping
are
off
like
it was a
one-hit
few years
wonders.
ago,
So
it seems like Tecca is fine with staying out of the spotlight. After he blew up, he up on IG Live and told his fans,
You're happier than your favorite rapper right now. You watching this live, he turned up, he with the bitches, he with the money. You happier than him.
of course,
The money that he got,
that money doesn't make you happy. That's
last
what
year,
people fail to
Tecca
realize.
told GQ, "I'm in my own world, because at the end of the day, anything can happen to anyone tomorrow. And if the last thing you thought of is how good your Instagram is doing, or how good your numbers on a platform are doing, what did you really value in life? I just want to make sure I'm happy for the right reasons, and not for a number."
And I
Tecca
get
might
that
not be
though.
a
I
superstar
understand
like
that.
fans thought he would be, but luckily,
If that's the
it
case,
looks like
then
he's
I
happy
feel like
with where he's
Tecca's
at,
like,
and
yeah, he doesn't care. He doesn't want to be the
Chief Keef
biggest,
is a
which
drill
makes sense.
OG and changed the game when he was just a teenager with the track Don't Like. Don't Like.
I wouldn't say
was the first
Chief Keef
Chicago
fell
drill
off.
track to come
I
out,
say
but it
he had
blew
his
up,
time.
put the entire
I feel
movement
like he
on
might
the
be on
map.
some Lil Tecca shit.
Before
Like
Chief Keef,
he's okay
nobody
with
was paying
where he's
attention to
at.
drill
He's not
outside
like,
of the
oh, I
city.
fell off. He's
But
just,
Don't Like inspired an
Chief
entire
Keef
new
was
wave
that
of
guy
artists
when he was
to
out.
copy Keef's style. Keef became one of the hottest rappers in the world overnight.
He
The
did.
spotlight didn't last for long.
He started
signed a
most of
massive
this
deal
shit,
with
bro.
Interscope for $6 million, but Keef couldn't stay out of trouble with the cops. In
Yeah, I remember
2013,
that shit.
he spent 2 months in juvie for violating probation. And then he got arrested 2 more times back to back for smoking weed in public and speeding. Besides the legal issues, Keef's new music wasn't hitting like his old stuff. His mixtapes, Bang Part 2 and Almighty Sosa, got hated on by critics and fans. Keef said it was all because of drugs. He said, "My last 2 mixtapes were mistakes. I was on promethazine, all drugged out. I was tweaking. I don't sip the lean no more though." But getting off
Hey,
the
at
lean,
least, you know what I'm saying? At least they admit it. They're just like, man, fuck y'all, you
over
know?
40 projects over the years.
That's
but
cool,
nothing
though.
hit like his early music. In 2020, he reached number 19 on the Billboard Hot 100, but he was just a featured artist on Lil Uzi Vert's track, Bean, Kobe. Back in June, Keef announced
I never
he
even heard
started
that
a new
song.
label called 43B or Forget Everybody. He says he wants to pass on my knowledge of the industry to artists who are shifting the culture so they can make it to the top.
That's real shit.
Seems
Right
like
there.
Keef might be taking a step back from his own
I
career
fuck with
to help out new artists. This might be the best move possible, because even if his new music isn't popping off, Sosa is still one of the most respected dudes in the game. And
No,
if he puts
facts,
his
though.
name behind someone new, people will
I give
definitely
artists
pay attention.
respect though. Like even if I don't like their
Corday
music.
blew up after he linked up with the YBN crew. And
Yeah, I
dropped
never
tracks
even
like
heard.
Old and Kung Fu back in 2018. Then he released his debut album in 2019 and picked up 2 Grammy nominations.
I've only heard one
Fans
Corday
thought
song.
he was going to be the
That's
face
a
of the
Juice
new
WRLD song he
generation.
made.
But now, just a couple of years later, he's fallen off. And the game
My
left
thing
him
is though,
behind.
like
Getting Grammy nominated
I've seen his
on his first
freestyles
album
and like
is
dude
huge.
is smart as
Corday
hell.
didn't
Dude
fall
actually
in
got
love,
bars
keep
in the
momentum
freestyle. Like
going.
I don't
He
think he
dropped a
fell
few
off. I
tracks
think
in
he
the
just
EP through 2020 and 2021, but nothing became hits. When he finally dropped his second album back in January, Corday got clowned online for the weak numbers. Corday had some of the biggest
I
rappers
don't-
in the
man,
game.
that's
featured on the
crazy.
Album, like Lil Durk,
Everybody was
Lil
saying,
Wayne,
like,
and Eminem.
this is the
Even
past
with
year,
all
not
the help,
2020.
he
People saying,
still
oh,
was
Corday
sold
is
out
like
when he
hot.
came
He's
the
hot.
first
He's
week.
fire. You got bars.
June,
Something like real.
Corday
Like
did a TED Talk and
I don't
said,
know.
"I had huge expectations for this album, but when it finally released and it wasn't received as well as I hoped, I completely broke down." But even if his solo career fell off,
Shit happens.
Corday is trying to level up and become a label boss. He started high-level productions and has 100% control over it, and he wants to help new artists make it in the game without getting taken advantage of. Corday and the
That's
rest of
real
the
shit.
YBN crew had a lot of issues with labels and shady management, and he wants to help rappers avoid getting into that kind of situation. falling off isn't
Right.
usually a good thing. But if Corday builds up a solid label and puts other artists on the map, he could have an even bigger impact on the rap game than if he was just working on his own career.
I think it's sweet that him and
Game was
Chief
one of
Keef
the
did that.
biggest rappers in the 2000s.
The game did not fall off.
He had 2
The game
albums
did not
debuting
fall
at
off.
#1 on
The game
Billboard
did not fall
200,
off. No.
got a couple Grammy nominations,
Nah.
and was linked up with 50 Cent. But staying at the top isn't easy.
That's just like
You know, over the
saying
years,
Lil Wayne fell
Game
off, bro.
slowly fell off.
That's like the older
In
generation,
July,
bro.
he
They
hit
shit
a
still
new
hit.
low when his latest album flopped and became the worst-selling project of his career. People clown Game like crazy for falling off.
Nah,
But he
all
says
respect to
weak
all these
sales
artists, but I
bother
actually
him.
fuck with the
He
game. You
told
know what I'm saying?
No
Like,
Jumper,
one of my
"I
favorite
choose to
like
be
rappers
real
on the
and
list.
be
So
authentic with my fans and my family over financial status. That shit don't ever fuck with me, because you gotta understand where it's coming from. You got somebody that's at the bottom of their grandparents' house in the comments saying you fell off. Like, who the are you?
like
to be able
facts.
to hate on my
That's what I'm
music,
saying, bro.
hate on me,
Everybody
my
that's sitting here
career?
and trying to critique somebody
Game
or just
says
talk shit
he
is
doesn't
like,
care
bro,
about the
you're not
attention.
doing anything with
He
your
also
life.
got trolled for trying
You
to beef with Eminem.
29,
The
living
Game
with
put
your
out a
mom,
10-minute long diss track at M, and didn't
working
even
a
get a response.
2-day week job,
Battle rapper
and
Pat
your
Stay
second job
even
is Twitter,
called
but
him
you
out
don't get
about
paid
it
for that.
and said,
Like,
I gotta say, as a fan, it's been hard to watch you desperately begging for Eminem's attention, trying to battle him. Back in the day, Game was popping off like crazy. But now, he's so desperate for attention and recently went viral after paying a woman to eat out of a trash can in the mall to buy her some Balenciagas.
I don't like, but people do shit like this all the time though. But when the game does it, it's a desperate attempt. Like what?
So you gotta dig in the trash can. First thing you find food-wise, you just gotta eat.
What is your definition of fell off though, bro? If I make a hit and let's say like this shit just goes like Gangnam Styles, right? And I just get like billions of views and I make millions, and I drop another fucking song or album and it flops, bro. Did I really fall off? I'm rich. I'm successful. As long as I'm happy, my mental health is good. My physique's good. My physical health is good. That's all I care about.
That's a long
So what's your
quote from
definition of
Grammy
fell off?
nominations and dominating the
Because I'm not
charts.
number one all the time?
Game isn't the only dude from G Unit.
Not
who
everybody
fell
cares
off
about
after
being on
becoming
top.
a superstar.
As long as they can
50
get
Cent put out some
financially
of the
set and
highest-selling
mentally
albums
set
and
and,
singles
you
of
know,
all
physically
time.
good and take care of
Now
their
it seems
family,
like
longevity,
nobody's paying
that's all that
attention.
matters.
The
You know what I'm
track
saying?
is
They
so bad
invest
it
in other
fell off.
things.
All you have to do is look at 50's numbers. He dropped Get Rich or Die
That's all
Trying
that
back in
matters, bro.
2003,
Not everybody
and
cares
immediately
about
became one
clout
of
and
the biggest
attention,
stars in
bro.
the
Like,
world.
most people want that
The record
generational
sold
wealth.
872,000 copies in the first week, and it ended up with over 9 million sales in the U.S. 50's follow-up album sold even more copies in the first week and ended up moving 6 million units. But by the time his third album came out in 2007, the numbers were already slowing down.
50 was that nigga,
Only
bro.
sold 1.4
50 still,
million
no,
copies,
fuck that.
and fans were
50
getting tired
still
of the
is that
sound.
nigga, bro. Like,
50 was still making plenty of money with his business deals, but
I
the
love 50
music
Cent.
wasn't hitting like it used to.
I'm not gonna say that I gotta listen to him every day. Honestly, I don't really listen to him at all, but I fuck with 50, bro. Mad respect,
and
bro.
only got worse
Grew up
from
listening
there.
to him.
50 took a few years off to focus on other projects, and when he came back with the record Animal Ambition in 2014, it was clear that his music career was dead. The album only
But
sold
50 got so much
124K
pressure, bro. You
total,
don't like.
and got dragged by critics and people online. 50 is still getting acting roles and working on business projects, but his rap career was done a long
Doesn't
time
50 have
ago.
his own production
He hasn't
company,
dropped
bro?
a mixtape or album since 2015, and he's only put out 6 singles in the last 5 years.
'Cause
had
50,
a
you know,
massive impact
50
on the
got
rap
so
game back
many
in the 2000s, but the
more
music
things to
fell off
worry
at a
about, bro.
crazy pace, and now he might as well be retired.
To me, it's kind of crazy to say that like somebody fell off. Like, yeah, I get it. They may be a one-hit wonder or like this or that, but it's like, bro, what do you really define as fell off? Like I said, if I make a song and it hits and I get billions of views and streams or whatever, and I get like hella money, and I drop another song or another mixtape or another album and it flops, bro, did I really fall off? Like, I'm succeeding, bro. If I got myself in check, I got the money, I'm gonna get my health in check and make sure my family's good. I'm making sure I'm investing in other businesses, starting my own businesses, you know what I'm saying, having longevity and generational wealth. Did I really fall off? Yeah, some of these artists are mostly one-hit wonders. Not the ones on here like 50 Cent, definitely not a one-hit wonder. Lil Tecca, definitely a one-hit wonder. Like I said, I've seen like Corday freestyling and shit. And, like, I've seen people saying like, yo, Corday's fire. Like, Corday's like, he's lit. Like, that boy can really spit. And, like, once I seen the freestyles, I'm like, okay, like Corday, he can spit. Like, he's not spitting bullshit. He's not like, I can freestyle and say dumb shit all day. Corday is like, he can spit real shit. Just like Juice WRLD. Rest in peace, Juice WRLD. Juice WRLD could spit. He could go and keep going and going and going. Like, bro was really killing that shit. Like, and like I said, what do you consider a fall off? Just because somebody released some music and it don't hit number one every single time. Like, not everybody can be The Weeknd. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody can be Travis Scott. Not everybody can be Taylor Swift. I wouldn't say they fell off. I just say some of these artists release certain music and it's like, it's weird because it's like you kind of have to stick to it. You kind of have to stick to what you release so your fans are like still interested in it. But at the same time, it's like you don't want to sound the same. It's tricky, bro. It's like, let's say I release a rap song, right? And this shit blows up. Like, oh shit, XC the rapper now. Oh shit, this is crazy. I remember he's on YouTube doing reactions and shit, right? It blows up. And this shit's hard. Like, it's actually a hard song. And I'm like, all right, cool. And like, I had a certain flow. If I keep releasing, if I would release another song, they're like, all right, that shit hard too. Then I release another song, they're like, using the same flow, but shit hard. Now I keep releasing using the same flow. It's like, you sound repetitive. But if I try to switch it up, they'll be like, oh man, you should just go back to what you used to do. So it's like, it's kind of tricky. I feel like you have to find your own little momentum with it. It's weird, bro. Like, I don't know the rap game. I don't understand. Like, I don't know what it is. I guess you just gotta right place, right time. I don't know, but I don't know what it takes to blow up. I don't know what it takes to maintain that, but I guess you just kind of got to keep releasing the same shit. Like, if you release sad music, everybody claims they're sad nowadays. They can relate to some shit. Like, oh, everybody's going through heartbreaks. You know what I'm saying? That's an everyday thing. If you can release relatable music, cool. But if you releasing the same old shit and you like Lil Tecca, like, I've never held a gun. You know, I've actually never even like stole anything. Like, some shit like that. Like, you look stupid. Like, you gave yourself this reputation. And these kids that are doing this shit that you're having about, like, yeah, I fuck with that, like, I do that shit. But they can relate to it, and you come out like, oh, I never held a gun, and yeah, no, I grew up in the suburbs, never been to the hood. Like, you look dumb, and then you just lost your audience because they like, oh, he a cap ass nigga. I can't fuck with no lying ass nigga. Like, yeah, they're not gonna rock with that. But stay true to yourself, stay true to your fans, figure out what it is you gotta do to stay on, have fun with it. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe for more content. And if you make a rap song, maintain your momentum.